Welcome to your Orbit News Stories with your news stories for the week.
A former Facebook data scientist testified before Congress that the social network's products harm children and fuel polarization in the United States, while executives reject changes that could hurt company profits. Speaking before the Senate Commerce Subcommittee on Consumer Protection, Frances Haugen accused her former company of knowing the apparent harm Instagram can cause some teens and being dishonest in its public fight against hate and misinformation. Efforts to pass new regulations on social media have failed in the past, but senators said Tuesday that new revelations about Facebook show the time for an action has passed. Work is halted at all the Kellogg Company's U.S. cereal plants as roughly 1,400 workers went on strike. It wasn't immediately clear how much the supply of Frosted Flakes or other iconic brands would be distributed. The strike includes plants in Omaha, Nebraska, Battle Creek, Michigan, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and Memphis, Tennessee. The union and company have been at an impasse for more than a year. Daniel Osborne, president of the local union in Omaha, said the dispute is over the loss of several key benefits, and the company has threatened to move work to Mexico. The company insists its offer is fair and would increase wages. A year and a half in, the pandemic is still agonizing families. There's the exhaustion of worrying about exposure to COVID-19 itself and the policies at schools and daycares where children spend their time. The spread of the more infectious Delta variant, particularly among people who refuse vaccinations, has caused a big increase in infections in children. But there's also COVID-19 exposures and illnesses and even minor colds at schools and daycares that mean children get sent home, forcing parents to scramble for childcare. Deciding what's okay for children to do and what isn't can feel fraught. The British government is facing calls to tighten up defense against dirty money after leak of offshore data showing how London, in particular, is the venue of choice for some of the world's richest and most powerful people to conceal their cash. The cache of almost 12 million files dubbed the Pandora Papers and published by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists and its media partners, including Britain's Guardian newspaper and the BBC, sheds light on the financial activities of many members of the global elite. The UK and London specifically are prominent in the data dump, with the documents reportedly showing how prominent figures from around the world set up offshore companies to secretly buy property.
That was your Orbit News Shorts. Check back weekly for the latest in news and information.